So guys, we've reached the last session of the day, and believe me, it's going to be very, very exciting.
Save the best for the last.
Yes, save the best for the last, I guess, yes. Now we've got Nikhil Chawla. He is one of India's top auto and tech reviewer. This man has reviewed some of the coolest gadgets. If you follow him on Instagram, you know that he's seen it all. In fact, he's wearing quite a few gadgets today. So we're talking about smart living and smart life, smart living, and it's not just limited to your phones anymore. Tech is everywhere. So I really want to start with the wearables that we have right now, Nikhil. Also, I want to start with how you're feeling. All good?
All good. And how's the Josh, people?
How's the Josh, guys?
I know it's the last session, but let's go gung-ho about it because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And you don't have to believe when she says I'm the best in tech and auto. You can ask ChatGPT, he'll answer the same.
So talking about the wearables that you have right now, in fact, I was hosting a session, the first session, we were talking about health wearables and how the technology is changing and how health and tech go hand in hand, and you're in fact practically using some of those.
I'm using a lot of them. In fact, I wear 2 smartwatches, and every time at the airport, they ask me, why are you wearing 2 smartwatches? And it's like...
Why are you wearing 2 smartwatches?
So this is the Apple Watch Ultra 2, and this is the Google Pixel Watch 3. And I'm wearing both because obviously I'm testing it for my audience and everything. But also, you know, I want to control my home devices. So my entertainment is all based Apple TV, HomePods and all that stuff. My security system, my home devices, IoT devices, ACs are controlled by here. So I don't need to take out my phone from the pocket. I can just say the command from the watch and do all of that and control my home devices, smart devices, and of course, keep track of my health, my sleep, my heart rate, and other things. So interesting thing with smartwatches is that a lot of people just buy it and wear it to show off and maybe track steps and all. I feel it's much more intrusive now. In fact, I got to know about COVID before I got COVID and even got the test before I got the alert from Apple Watch that your heart rate for the last 2 days is not normal. I think there is something wrong, please get your test done. So that I've shared on my Instagram also, that screenshot that Apple Watch gives you, that it senses that you're not well. So all of these really make that technology is coming in handy and, you know, giving you an insight of your own health. Now, as you mentioned wearables, so some interesting wearables, this is a health ring, this is a payment ring, and of course this is a wedding ring, which is not smart. But the health ring also gives you a lot of data, and it's much more accurate than a smartwatch. The reason it's really close to your vein. So a lot of people ask why you're wearing a smart ring. And also the battery life is longer, and it is easier for people to wear and sleep. A lot of people don't like wearing smartwatches while sleeping, so that does. This is a very interesting ring. This is a payment ring.
What is a payment ring? I mean, as the name suggests.
So you don't have to charge it. You just put your payment UPI ID once in it with an NFC reader. You just configure it once. You decide what balance you want to limit it to, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees. Wherever you see a POS payment like a restaurant, a petrol pump, just tap this finger or the ring and it does the payment automatically.
It works everywhere.
Everywhere. Wherever in the world there is a POS system, like in the US and the UK, you can just tap and pay on the tickets, railway tickets, metro tickets and all of that. It works brilliantly. So it doesn't need any charging. Once you've configured your payment system, you can check the balance and statement in your app. So that is very interesting piece of technology. And India is anyways leading the payments with UPI. So this is one step further.
The smart life is getting smarter so rapidly. It's so difficult to keep up. Did you guys know about the payment ring, by the way?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who did not? Wow, I have to keep up, yes. So the amount of gadgets that you've reviewed, I want to know which one probably would be the coolest gadget that you've reviewed right now that you think will change the way we look at things the next year? It might just blow up the next year.
I think it will be smart glasses, and I've been using these Ray-Ban Metas. That's why I got on the stage, and these looks like normal sunglasses, like a Ray-Ban Wayfarer, but they are smart glasses. They can record videos. I can do Facebook Live, Instagram Live right from here, and the picture quality is amazing. I gave you a demo of it.
I got a demo of the Meta Ray-Bans backstage.
Yeah.
It can record fantastic videos. The audio is absolutely fantastic, and it is affordable as well.
Yes, it is like normal Wayfarer costs between 10 to 15,000 rupees. This, depending on the model, is 20, 25,000 rupees. But what is Meta doing with it is enabling video calls through it. You can do WhatsApp, Facebook video calls, but AI capabilities. So they just give a demo where you can do live translation. So I can be speaking English, you can be speaking Spanish. Once you speak in Spanish, it will tell me what you said in English. And when I speak, it will repeat in Spanish, all of that. And if I wear it and click a picture and ask, what do you see? So it'll tell me that I'm seeing you sitting on the stage, there are people sitting, this is the smart home expo, all of that.
So your Meta Ray-Bans can actually describe the visual.
Absolutely. So for people who are visually impaired, this is a game changer. People who cannot see clearly or have some vision problems, you just click a picture or just say, hey Meta, what do I see? It'll describe everything. Like for example, I use it something like I was in San Francisco recently and I could, you need to know the ways and, ask which train to take, or if you see a monument, you don't want to find people and ask them. So you just click a picture and say, what do you see, which train to take? Or you just open your refrigerator and it sees all the ingredients and say what I can cook with it. It's just phenomenal. And it does it right now. It's not the future I'm talking about. I'm talking about today. It does all of that.
Future is now.
Future
it is
is
happening
now.
right now with the technology
Absolutely.
changing.
Yeah.
So with all these advances happening, and now that we've mentioned AI, we've obviously started using AI to help us out with work, help us out with the few answers that we might not want to do our own research. We'll ask AI to help us and summarize things for us. But we were just talking backstage about how AI is now becoming language friendly. Now it's not just English.
I feel that the three wave of the modern societies are 5G, IoT, and these are the things that will change. AI, 5G, and IoT that will create a hyper-connected world. Your smart cars, your smart homes, your smart wearables, all will be connected through all of these three things. And that AI, which I just did a demo of at the Google for India event recently also, I hosted a podcast with an AI. So it was, I didn't pan the camera, I was sitting here and there was Google Gemini AI. And I think we should do a live demo here also. So it is so conversational that it's like talking to a friend. You can start talking English, shift to Hindi, change to Indic languages. It'll keep conversing. You can say, "Mera coffee पीने का मन है." It'll suggest places, and then say, "नहीं यार, coffee cancel करते हैं, कोई movie देखने चलते हैं." So it's like a conversation you're having with a friend. And I think
we should probably do a demo.
Yeah, we should do a demo.
I'm sure some of us have probably used Gemini AI
Live,
to find some answers. We've typed a question, got some answers. Have you guys used the voice assist feature with Gemini?
Yeah, okay. So I think I should let you give it a go. Whatever language.
आज का मौसम कैसा है?
मौसम आज साफ रहेगा। बादल तो आ सकते हैं, लेकिन बारिश की कोई संभावना नहीं है। तापमान काफी बढ़ जाएगा। दोपहर तक करीब 34 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक जा सकता है। रात को भी
You can interrupt and start talking.
So I can just interrupt.
And you can start talking. You're like, अच्छा मौसम का तो बहुत हो गया, मुझे कॉफ़ी बताओ कहाँ पीऊँ या मूवी कौन सी देखूँ. So you can start talking like a friend, and it has different languages also and different ways, different identities. You can talk to a female, you can talk to a friend. All of that keeps happening, and it's just brilliant. And this is what I'm talking about. It's so conversational that it is also scary at the same point because a lot of people, we've seen that movie called Her, where he became obsessed with a smart assistant. He fell in love and he stopped stepping out and started caring about the smart assistant. That could be also reality. And one more thing that AI is troubling people is that, will it take away my job? क्या मेरी job चली जाएगी?
Like with Ritesh, we were having this conversation where he mentioned that the people
millions
are
of
really going to leave jobs.
Yeah. And what I feel, a lot of people, because I have a team of people who edit videos for me, capture video for me, and they say कि अब तो editing AI से ही हो जाती है, बटन दबा के command लेके, तो क्या हमारी job रहेगी? What I feel is that it's up to you. You want to keep your job or you want to lose the job. So if you start skilling yourself, skill up with AI right now, you'll have a job and you'll be better at what you do. If you don't, then you might lose your job because people who have a AI skill set will always have an upper hand. वो अब कुछ भी काम जो कर रहे होंगे आपसे थोड़ा सा better कर रहे होंगे, थोड़ा सा जल्दी कर रहे होंगे because they'll be using those AI skill sets to be more efficient, more faster. So it's up to you. You want to gain AI skill sets. It's absolutely free. There are so many resources available. In fact, Google last week launched AI resources, tutorials, lessons, and free courses where you can just go and get a certificate in AI. So you should start doing it right away. आप अभी स्कूल में हैं, कॉलेज में, it doesn't matter. Just start living with AI, start learning because अब वो वाला टाइम चला गया कि AI is a fad, चला जाएगा. But with AI, you can do so many things better. Like you can build an app in 24 hours. Just tell AI that मुझे ये app बनानी. This is my thought process. Gone are the days when you have to code yourself. It does it all for you.
So the other fear with AI probably now is that the amount of information that we're feeding. There's a question about data privacy. Should we be worried about the amount of information that we have, our personal information, our bank accounts, everything's now there.
If you're using a smartphone, you've given your soul anyways. अगर आप smartphone use कर रहे हैं तो आपके data Google के पास है. अगर आप Facebook, Instagram use कर रहे हैं तो Meta के पास है. एप्पल का डिवाइस यूज़ करता है, एप्पल के पास एवरीबडी हैज़ योर डेटा एनीवे. तो अगर आप उस वर्ल्ड में रह रहे हैं वेर यू वांट टू बी कनेक्टेड, यू हैव टू गिव अवे योर डेटा. नथिंग कम्स फॉर फ्री. सो दैट ब्रिंग्स टू द क्वेश्चन, आप क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन देना चाहते हैं, फीड इन करना चाहते हैं. एंड आई इवेंचुअली फील दैट दीज ऑल AI टूल्स विल ऑल्सो बिकम पेड. हमें Gmail फ्री मिला था, पेड हो गया. हमें Jio फ्री मिला था, पेड हो गया. In a few years when they have enough data, AI will also get paid. But to worry about what you want to give information, you can always limit your access. आप ज़्यादा personalization ना करें, information ना दें, and you can always delete the questions you ask, and you can say that I don't want to give this data as for testing and data collection. So whenever you sign up for any like ChatGPT or Google AI or Siri and all, so they ask you, do you want your give your data for testing, like considering that you want to collect a database of it? You can say no, opt out of it.
We usually skip that question, press yes and go
Yes,
on.
yes. Just जल्दी आगे बढ़ते हैं.
And when we talk about technology in homes, home automation, where do you see technology expanding? Or abhi you've got smart lights, you've got smart furniture, the entire home is completely controlled by your phone or
Of
your
course.
wearable or your device. Where do you see this technology going?
I think अभी ट्रिगर बेस्ड है स्मार्ट टेक्नोलॉजी. यू नो व्हेन यू से कि लाइट ऑन कर दो, एलेक्सा लाइट बंद कर दो. आई एम नॉट ट्रिगरिंग एनी ऑफ द स्मार्ट असिस्टेंट्स राइट नाउ, बट इट्स राइट नाउ ट्रिगर बेस्ड. आई थिंक द फ्यूचर विल बी व्हेन इट इज़ प्रोएक्टिव, व्हेन इट नोज कि आप अभी उठे हैं. लाइक आई वाज गिविंग एन एग्जांपल ऑफ व्हाट आई हैव डन इन माय होम. आई हैव गॉट appliances from all over the world. So when I get up, my smart mattress knows कि मैं उठ गया हूँ. वो एक calming music शुरू हो जाता है मेरे smart devices पे. When I open and the light starts lighting up, एकदम से नहीं आती bright, dimly 15%, 20%. It knows I'm getting up and gives me that light. Similarly, when I enter the washroom, I have a tablet kept there. It gives me a day's agenda. Weather कैसा है? How much time would it take me to reach my event, whatever I'm going to? If it is rain, all of that just gives me information and how I can plan my day better. And also my health metrics. I slept better. Am I ready for the day? Do I need more water? Do I need more caffeine? All of that. It tells me all of that. And then of course we have smart refrigerators and all of that. But what I feel is like the government is pushing EVs in a way that it's just crazy. And I similarly feel that government should also pitch in and push solar rooftops. Because what is happening right now कि हम smart devices, smart चीज़ें add करे जा रहे हैं, EV charging infrastructure add कर रहे हैं, but the load on the grid is increasing. We have so much of sunlight in our country. We should start using it and make it mandatory for metropolitan cities. At least almost all apartments should have solar energy powered. उनको कोई grid पे load नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, because smart तभी बनेंगे हम when we do innovative smart things and also sustainable things. You know, we don't want to end up using all the electricity. What is happening right now, जब आप गाड़ी चार्ज करने जाते हैं, I don't know if you've noticed, these highway पे जो EV charging points हैं genset से चलते हैं. So what is the purpose of it? It just fails the purpose, right? Instead of just tailpipe exhaust से आप उसको genset pipe पे shift कर रहे हैं. You are, even if you're charging from a normal electricity port, you're burning coal to generate electricity. So tailpipe exhaust को बदल के
the whole purpose
exactly.
of buying an EV or driving an EV. Yeah.
वो fail हो जाता है. So if we start pushing, like if you're pushing so much for EVs, the government should also do solar, and we should start using more of solar plants and solar hydroelectricity, and just make our country smarter and be ready for sustainable. And obviously everybody has 2030 goals and the carbon neutral COP28 and all of that. We want to be in that list of countries that have reached a sustainable thing. So I feel like EVs के साथ साथ हमें sustainable living के बारे में, smarter living के बारे में सोचना चाहिए.
Solar powered rooftops is part of a government plan as well.
Of course.
The plan is to make every home a producer
of their own electricity.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is part of the plan. Hopefully that will succeed.
Yeah.
It is not.
Like हमें जैसे पुश करा जा रहा है ना गाड़ियाँ लेने के लिए EV, कि पेट्रोल 10 साल से और डीजल 10 साल से ऊपर नहीं चला सकते, पेट्रोल 15 साल से ऊपर नहीं, NCT कर रहा है. Similarly, we should force people who can afford it or give some subsidy कि हम at least in metro cities we have solar rooftops. We're producing our own electricity and like leading a smarter city. And I think smart homes make smart cities make smart nations. So it's a step that we should start initiating.
Absolutely right. And so we've got tech that we've spoken about, the glasses, we've spoken about tech on your phone, we've spoken about tech on your fingers, home automation, now cars.
Yeah.
You've also driven EVs without a driver.
Yeah, that is one crazy
themselves.
experience. So this was a service called Waymo by Google in San Francisco. I just did it last month. So it is a driverless cab. गाड़ी नहीं है, गाड़ी तो Tesla भी है, I've driven that. But Waymo is a driverless cab. You book it like an Uber. It comes at a location you're standing. It opens the door for you only. Its cameras know that it's your face. You sit in the car, it verifies it's you. It asks you for a pin or something and facial recognition, and it starts driving to the location. And it is so intuitive that वो bumper to bumper traffic में भी ठीक चल रही थी. Pedestrian आ रहे थे तो उनके लिए रुक रही थी, following all the traffic rules. There was a car that was stalled in front of us. It didn't stop for it. उसने blinker notice करे and it said that I'm overtaking. And it makes sure that you're wearing a seatbelt at the rear. All of that
And
safety.
that experience was not scary at all?
It was not scary for people, it could be, but it was like I was really, really excited to see that technology is moving so fast. You know, driverless cars we've seen in science fiction movies, it was happening, and it's plenty of them now on San Francisco streets. It's not just one or two.
Technology जिस तरीके से जिस pace से change हो रही है, I think people also need to start accepting it,
Of course.
learning it, and grow with it, and that's the way to the
And it's also becoming intuitive. अब जैसे आप फ्रेंड से बात कर रहे हैं, पेरेंट्स को पहले लगता था कि मैं स्मार्ट असिस्टेंट को कैसे यूज़ करूँ ना, the newer generation, the Gen Alpha is born with it. They are born in a connected world, and they know what to do. So our parents are also learning. If you can use a smartphone, you can use a smart assistant. It's so easy now that.
It makes things easier for senior citizens
course,
also.
of
For,
course.
The younger ones know
Like
everything, but
we cut the cord years ago. हमने केबल कटवा दिया था, and my parents were like, वो मेरे को आदत है चैनल टाटा स्काई में लगाने की and all that stuff. So I taught them Alexa, and now they like Alexa को ABP News लगाओ. It's as simple. Not even have to search for the channel, right? So they are so used to it now. Like हम normal TV देख ही नहीं सकते, and it's video on demand. So whenever they want to watch it, whatever they want to watch it, press a button and say.
it's fantastic how
Yeah.
technology is changing, and we have to move with it. We have very little time, but I do
Yeah.
have a rapid fire question for you.
Wow, okay.
अगर आपको एक आइलैंड पर अकेला छोड़ दिया जाए, deserted island, तो वो कौन सा gadget है that you'd want to be with and you can't say your phone?
Okay, I think I'll say my Apple Watch because it has satellite connectivity. तो मैं अगर गुम भी जाऊँ तो मैं SOS signal भेज पाऊँगा. And of course, I'll get time. I can call people from this. It does everything. So at least I can send SOS signal and tell people that I'm lost somewhere.
All right, smart, very good. Okay, would you rather have a smart fridge that makes perfect meals every time, or a mirror that gives you fitness tips and fashion advice?
Why not both?
You'll probably make one and keep it at
Of
home.
course, man.
Okay, if you could have a conversation with any gadget or device at home, which would it be? A smart device at your home.
I think I love the Ray-Ban Metas because you know it's not intrusive technology. It's something that you already do. It is not in your face. बाकी चीज़ें क्या है कि आपको explicitly पकड़नी पड़ती हैं, use करनी पड़ते हैं. The smart glasses are just there, like you're wearing normal specs, so you can get it in a specs format also. So अगर आपने पहनी हुई, आप उससे बातें कर रहे हैं, उसको assistant को बोल रहे हैं चीज़ें करने के लिए, which is phenomenal.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I tried it and I'm absolutely amazed. Does anybody have any questions regarding AI, the way the world is changing?
Yeah.
If you're scared of AI, yes, we're just going to get the mic.
Hi sir, myself Aryan.
Hi,
And
Aryan.
Sir, according to your conversation, I just noticed that you were just trying to say that everyone is reliable on AI. And my question is that AI is as dangerous as it is good for us. So what's your opinion on that thing? What's your opinion?
See, every new technology is dangerous and also the future. So कुछ भी नया आता है तो वो लगता है कि यार this will take away everything and I don't know what will happen. When programming came, people were like ये तो अब सब अपने अपने program बना लिया करेंगे, हम क्या करेंगे? Then programmers learned the way they can do things, and I think it kind of helped everybody. Now with large language models, which is AI based on like ChatGPT or Notebook LLM or Google AI LLM, all of these large language models is something that's going to help us do things better. आप research करने में जो 15 दिन लगते थे वो आप 5 मिनट में कर सकते हैं. So it's up to use how to use technology. In fact, there will be people who will be using it in wrong ways, but then there are governments and there are institutions, there are people who are also making sure that it's not misused. There are a lot of videos that show that there are a lot of fear amongst people, and in fact, the ChatGPT के co-founders थे, उन्होंने भी बोला कि it is going beyond our control. There's something scary. The way it answers and you know the way it replies to people, it is kind of scary, and the kind of information it has got about us. So obviously there will be censorships, there will be things like you correctly mentioned. A lot of filmmakers and singers are worried about कि उनकी voice misuse हो जाएगी. Actors are worried कि उनका कुछ भी चीज़ें बना सकते हैं आप and गलत use कर सकते हैं, which is very worrisome. But initiatives by Google, Meta, Apple have already started doing. If you see, अगर आप Instagram में आप देखेंगे ऊपर लिखा हुआ था made with AI. So it also automatically detect कि किसी ने कुछ alteration करी है. If you're uploading a video on YouTube, you have to mention कि this has been altered with AI or use of AI. Otherwise वो video हटा देंगे. So all of these practices are in play now. Thank you.
We're very short on time. Can I take one more question? No? Okay, so what you can probably do is you can follow Nikhil on Instagram.
Thank
Nikhil,
you.
yes.
At the Nikhil Chawla, yeah.
आप अपना Instagram handle एक बार फिर बता दीजिए.
At the Nikhil Chawla on all platforms, so yeah.
And he's also the founder of Unbiased Blog.
Yes,
which
that's
makes
correct.
technology very, very relatable and easy for everyone to understand. So please watch it, follow it,
Thank
ask him
you.
whatever questions. Thank you, Nikhil, for your time. Thank
Pleasure
you
is
very,
all
very
mine.
much.